Close up, a stack of money falls onto a table, but there is nothing to buy with it. Imagine a world where every person suddenly has $1 million in their account. No loans, no poverty, absolute financial abundance for everyone. You buy the luxury car you've always dreamed of and an expensive watch. But you walk outside and see that the janitor is also driving a supercar. The store shelves are empty because there is no one left to work as a cashier. What will happen to the world if absolutely everyone on Earth becomes rich? This is the main economic illusion that people are afraid to talk about out loud. At first glance, it sounds like the realization of humanity's greatest dream. No more counting pennies until payday or denying yourself your dreams. But economics is built much harsher than our naive fantasies. Money in itself has no value if nothing backs it up. These are just pieces of paper or numbers on a monitor screen. Only what can be bought, built, or grown has value. If everyone has an infinite amount of money, it will cease to be a measure of success. Imagine a baker becoming a millionaire and having no reason to bake bread anymore. A builder drops his trowel because his account already has billions. A doctor closes the hospital, flying away on a private jet that no one needs to service. After a week of such wealth, civilization will face primitive starvation. The most brutal inflation will begin, turning millions into dry wrappers. A loaf of bread will cost a suitcase of cash if you can even find someone who baked it. Wealth is a relative concept. For someone to be rich, someone else must necessarily perform the basic labor. If everyone is rich, then practically no one is rich. Luxury loses its meaning when it becomes accessible to absolutely everyone. Why wear a gold watch if they are lying around on every corner? Why buy an island if the neighboring 10 islands are bought by the exact same millionaires? We value exclusivity, not material things themselves. As soon as scarcity disappears, the incentive for development disappears too. Why should scientists make breakthroughs? Why should engineers build new rockets? The motivation to drive progress forward evaporates along with the need to survive. The consumer society will collapse under the weight of its own absurdity. Money will lose its main function, the distribution of scarce resources. We will have to invent a fundamentally new system of values. What kind? Perhaps barter or a system of personal merits will return. But until that moment, the world will plunge into severe chaos. We fight so desperately for financial independence. But we don't even suspect that our well-being rests on inequality. This is the brutal truth of capitalism, disguised as a fairy tale about equality. Look at your wallet right now. Do you really want more zeros on your balance if they change nothing? Or do you actually care about access to goods that someone else has to create? Every time we dream of universal wealth, we forget about labor. Labor is the true foundation of any civilization. Without it, any treasures turn into a pile of useless garbage. Imagine a gold bar in the middle of a deserted island. It weighs a lot, but you can't eat it or shelter behind it from the rain. The same thing will happen to the global economy on the day of universal wealth. We will die of hunger among mountains of gold and diamonds. Nature and resources do not care about our bank accounts. They need working hands, energy, and real goods. Why do politicians continue to promise us universal prosperity? Because this fairy tale is the easiest to sell to a tired people. People want to believe in a magic button that will solve all problems at once. But reality always presents a harsh bill for its promissory notes. And this bill is paid with inflation and shortages. Look at historical examples of hyperinflation. When so much money was printed that they used it to heat stoves because firewood cost more. People carried their salaries in potato sacks. Everyone was a millionaire, but everyone starved. This is a scaled-down model of what will happen to the whole planet. We strive for paradise, but with our own hands, we build a financial hell. Intelligence lies in seeing past beautiful slogans. Money is the blood of the economy, not its goal. If you pump too much blood into the system, the heart will simply stop. What should we do? How do we find a balance between justice and survival? The world has been searching for the answer to this question for centuries. And every time it steps on the same rake of utopian ideas. Perhaps true wealth is measured not by money at all, but by free time, knowledge, and harmony with the world? It sounds cliché, but it's the only thing that cannot be devalued by a printing press. The time of your life is your only real capital. No central bank can print extra seconds of your existence. And it is this exact resource that we so easily squander in the pursuit of illusions. Think about this the next time you envy someone else's millions. Perhaps this rich person is trapped in the exact same matrix of meanings. The system keeps us hooked on the promise of an easy life. But a real breakthrough happens when you take off those rose-colored glasses. You begin to understand the true value of things. Not the market price, but the value embedded in them through labor and soul. The world will not change just because everyone gets a sack of cash. The world only changes when our mindset changes. Stop looking for easy shortcuts to financial salvation. Seek an understanding of the laws by which this universe lives. This is the only way to find real stability in an era of crises. Look at the people around you. Everyone is running after phantom success, creating huge crowds of blind followers. You can step out of this endless marathon. You can become the one who sees the backside of financial flows. This gives an incredible sense of mental freedom. Freedom from other people's expectations and market manipulations. We will continue exploring the dark corners of our civilization in upcoming videos. Every new video is a step towards solving the main mysteries of humanity. Do not let numbers on a screen cloud your mind. Stay a skeptic, think for yourself, and analyze the facts. After all, understanding the essence of things is the best wealth you can ever have. Soon we will open another door into the underside of our world. Are you ready to learn the whole truth to the end? Time runs forward, and every choice has its price. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. See you on the other side of illusions.